It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Well, like Brian Noe said it would happen, it happened. Brian Noe is with us right now, who witnessed the fact that we were on a 3-game winning streak. Wow.
I mean, like silver and black till we die.
I'm telling you. I want more mercury. I want to be silver and black. And okay, this is the sad part. Is this Charger win now has made me say I've got a chance. We only had a 2% chance of making the playoffs. We doubled it. Now we got like an 8%. Yeah,
that's like quadrupling it right there. You know, you pulled a quadruple in one. A quadruple. Win. That's amazing.
In poker, that's like quadrupling up. That's perfect. Okay, be honest with me, Brian. What did you see? What did you feel?
I feel like I don't know if I should get a Josh Jacobs back mural or a Devontae Adams back mural.
Yeah.
That's the question I have swirling in my head is which do I go with? You know, if I go Devontae, I do like the idea of like Devontae with his black visor. I think that looks good on a back.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Jacobs is all heart, and maybe it's against Seattle, right? The previous game where the outstretched arms, and it looked like he was flipping the bird initially, and then it kind of turned into sort of a peace sign. Like, that would be good for a back mural as well. Tough decisions here, Gnarly.
I as a Raider fan and prognosticator, I can't say that word. What is it? Guesser, a Raider guesser.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm ecstatic because our defensive line was just making Herbert run all day. You give him time, we lose. You don't have time, and Chandler Jones showed up. I think he figured out where the stadium's at. He was there.
Yeah, we saw production from Chandler Jones. That was nice. Yeah. Welcome to the Raiders here. It's week 13, finally happened, but we got there. Took some doing, but yeah. And how about look at the Chargers too? Like 6-6. What a weird year they've had.
Yeah, and now I'm just wanting every AFC team to lose. Like, go ahead and win your division, other guys, but you middle of the roaders, just start losing because.
Yeah. Think about that. Everybody in the division lost but the Raiders.
Right.
The Broncos found a way to lose, even to a backup quarterback that the Ravens had out there, and Tyler Huntley. The Chiefs barely lost to the Bengals, but they did lose. And, of course, the Chargers just lost to the Raiders. So 0-3 the rest of the division, even nicer for the Raiders.
I was really happy that the Jets didn't win. They could have, and they didn't. They were last second. Because, I'm rooting for every NFC team and us. That's it. That's the bus I'm on.
Well, hey, man, makes sense. And I don't know that you catch the Dolphins, but same formula for the Dolphins, losing to an NFC team.
Now, Tua, he got hurt, but they said he's going to play.
Yeah, so, he's downplaying it. He's downplaying the significance of that injury. But, we'll see. Tua. Goodness, he missed so many open receivers against the 49ers. It was just a bad performance by him.
Yeah. Well, overall, I thought the biggest play in the NFL was when Max Crosby spanked Herbert after a play. I don't know if you saw that, but it was like I thought he could give him a tap. He hit him hard, like pop. And I'm like, either they're friends, but Herbert didn't even turn around. He didn't,
So are you saying he's a hard ass? Is that what we're learning?
I think so. I think
I
think Max broke his finger, maybe. Could have.
Maybe Herbert has a booty of stone.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Stone booty.
Stone booty. That's probably it. And Keenan Allen ran his mouth all week. He was running his mouth all week. And part of it is that there is in existence a picture of him at 16 wearing a Raiders hat. And so every Raider fan just throws that all over his Twitter and everything to the point where he's so mad. I know. Who knows if it was just a one-time thing or he wore it every day. I don't know. But because I was like, this guy's been out for the whole season almost. And he was running in the media, running his mouth. I'm like, why? Why does he care? And then he did make a great catch.
Yeah, he did.
And he did this little hand thing. He was like the chicken dance.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not even good. That's not even like cool running stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a great
dances.
catch. It was a great catch. He's like, yeah, keep talking some more is basically what he was saying.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that about the Raiders hat. That is top shelf trolling right there. To get somebody revved up like that, you did your job.
Well, they actually showed it on the broadcast today. Like they were talking about stuff, and they popped it up there. I was like, oh my gosh! So it's been trolled so much that I bet it's on every Raiders like phone, like like their background.
That is so funny, man. Because that's the thing is, it's not mean spirited.
No,
it's not like something that's sort of like just trashy. It's funny. It's like he was rocking a Raider hat when he was a teenager. That is beautiful.
I was a kid in the 70s. And in the 70s, you joined a team and you stayed on that team for your whole career. There was no switching around. And so there was. And we don't, I didn't know. I just assumed there was loyalty. But there might not have been. But they were on the team for 10 years. They must be loyal, Where I did notice in the 80s, though, people at the end of their career, Eric Dickerson, Ronnie Lott, they would never say anything bad about the Raiders because Al would always give you 2 more years as a Raider. Just, you know what? You're kind of over. Come on over here. I like the veteran presence,
I just think that the worst thing you can do is give fans a playbook of what annoys you. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
if Keenan Allen just laughed this off and was like, hey, yeah, you got me. I like your colors. I was a teenager. Who cares?
I lost a bet. Whatever.
It's done.
I bet someone is running T-shirts and hats just to make fun of him. I mean, that is what it is.
Let this be a lesson to all of us. If something annoys you, gets under your skin, do not let anyone know. Especially fans. Do not let them know because that's all you're going to get is a steady dose of that.
I think it was the great Eminem that in the, 8 miles, what was the movie rapped?
8 Mile.
8 Miles. He just threw it all out there and like, what do you say now? I know this. And you're like, I got nothing.
So I have a funny story for you connected to Eminem. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was doing fill-in radio shows in Denver.
All right.
And there's a song from Eminem, Rap God. And in the song, he says, I'm omnipotent. And so I said this on a Denver radio show. I just pronounced it omnipotent. And I didn't know this, but they have this text line. And it's just blowing up. And they're like, you idiot.
That's
you
not
mispronounced it. You moron. You don't even know how to say the word and all this stuff. Thankfully, I did not see this text line because I would have doubled down. I would have tripled down.
You would have run with it.
Because M said omnipotent. I know it's omnipotent.
Right.
But for whatever reason, I was just reciting this and it stuck in my head. And so it turned out Eminem screwed it up. And
How long ago was this? How long ago was when you did this?
I don't know.
5 years? 10 years?
Within the last 5 years.
Okay, I guarantee there's a couple children named Omnipotent now because they heard your broadcast and they said, that is a great name. And it's all because of you. I think that's awesome.
It would have been so much worse if I was like, no, you guys are the morons.
Here's where
you
it's
don't
at.
know how to pronounce this word. Oh, gosh, way worse. Thankfully, I didn't see the text line.
Oh. Well, so the Raiders have a home game again but it's at SoFi. And speaking of SoFi Stadium, that's also where December 17th, the Fresno State Bulldogs are played in the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. Wow. They beat Boise. I don't know if you saw the Bluegrass performance.
I did see that, yeah.
And so I don't even think they've announced I don't know who they're playing. It doesn't matter. I'm all Bulldogs anyway. So Fresno State,
I watch the
December
bowl
17th.
games, you know. It's weird to have, and I like Jimmy Kimmel, but it's just weird, the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
Well, here's what I think happened. I think it was going to be the ABC Bowl, which sounds weird. So they just picked a show, and a show that needs promotion. You don't want to pick a show you might cancel next week. So you had to pick something that's probably going to be around for a while. I mean, it's like, yeah, I think that'll be around for 10 years. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes sense. It's just, Rose Bowl, Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, like,
Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl. Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. But we don't know who they're playing yet?
No, it's supposed to be the 5th place of a division of a league.
Okay.
So we'll know soon.
Go Dogs.
It's probably announced right now, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm more concerned about not overlooking the Rams, because a ram is a male sheep, right? And here's the thing: if you count sheep, you'll fall asleep. Mm-hmm. You cannot count this win, because you will fall asleep. You gotta ride this mutton till the end.
It's, the mainstream one is don't count your chickens until they're hatched.
Right.
I do like how you're trying to breathe life into a new saying here.
It's a combined, yeah. So
yeah, it's a strong play by you. But I'll tell you what, the Rams, they played the Seahawks tough.
Right.
So yeah, you gotta don't count your sheep before they're
don't ram
Rams.
Don't ram a Seahawk. Well, I don't know. I know a lot of people that a couple people in the pools they have. Someone will go, well, a bear can beat an eagle. Man, let's do that. And I'm like, you can't go with that.
No, you can't do that. Yeah.
No, I would like to see like the mascots fight. That would be down.
Well, did you see the mascot fight within the last 2 weeks?
It's college. It was a college.
Yeah, it was college.
They were doing haymakers, but but they're hitting the costume face.
Yeah, but still, I think a couple of those. It's kind of the opposite of UFC, where it's just the 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah,
with the mascot head. This is sort of, I would guess, like I'm going to say 60-ounce gloves,
right?
Something like that. But a few of those, they got to the chin. I'm pretty sure. It was Arizona State.
Yeah. Well, McGruff, the crime dog, remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
I dressed up as him for the Fresno PD, and my eyes, where I saw was through the nose.
Yeah.
But I had kids kicking me, and I'm like, and I don't know if you remember that dog. He was wearing a trench coat. Looks like a flasher, but he was like.
Yeah, that's right.
All I could do was bark. I couldn't even talk to him. I was like. Rrr, rrr, rrr.
That is amazing. I had no idea that was on your resume.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever done any mascotting?
Think of what would be the best mascot if you were to be that mascot.
Right.
Be in a fight, and which would be the worst mascot? Maybe the Stanford Tree would be the worst mascot if you were to be involved.
For college, I think for sure, unless it's Christmas time, because then you can have,
right,
bulbs. But as far as high school is concerned, it is the Laguna Beach Artists. The Laguna Beach Artist. He wears a big old fedora, not a fedora, a beret, and he's got the painting stuff, and he comes out with the palette of paint and the paintbrush.
Oh, wow. That's rough.
Go artists.
Yeah.
Go artists.
By the way, when you were in a blind rage as a high school football player and chucked your helmet, please tell me it did not hit a mascot in the process.
It did not hit. It actually hit the side of Tom Flores Stadium. It hit the cement wall. I think Tom would be very disappointed for that. I disrespected his stadium.
You did. You did. That's like, did it leave a mark?
No, it was a cement wall.
Kind of like being on, I don't know, like a interstate, and there was a wreck, and you're like, oh, there's a semi involved that hit the guardrail right there.
I've had some bad luck. Like, okay, I threw the helmet at Tom Flores Stadium. Let's go to the Monica Stadium, Clovis High. I went to Clovis schools growing up, so I kind of knew some of the guys. So our first possession, I'm a wide receiver. I'm doing my cool jog out there. I tripped. I don't know how I did it. New cleats, whatever. I full blown, like I'm stealing second, slide on my chest before I get to the huddle, just so everybody saw. And I'm like, I get up, and they're like, what the hell are you doing? And I go, trip, something over there. Somebody shot me. I don't know.
Turf monster, you know?
I was like, what is going on here?
It's gotten the best of us. It happens. You know?
It happens. All right,
that's a tough one to play off. You know, if you're walking down the sidewalk, you're not really paying attention. You catch a lip. You know what I mean? Like, you stumble a couple of feet and you're back. If you fall down, there's not much you can do to salvage that.
And in the old days, in the 60s and early 70s, there was candid camera. That was the only show. But they had set up a big old camera. You could probably see it. I mean, that was tough to pull off. Now, there are cameras everywhere. There is so much golden trip footage. And I try not to laugh. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but it's hard to not laugh when someone eats it, you know?
Oh, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. You know, we're talking like a football field, you're good. You're fine.
My daughter
so what are the modern shows that you watch there, Gnarly? What?
Oh, you just go to YouTube and you look at these dorks that hide cameras everywhere, and they're just some that are so bad though. It's like obviously a prank. They already overacted, and you're just like, that's.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I hate
it's kind of like the beautiful girl has no interest in the guy until he's driving like this gorgeous car, like that type of stuff. It's so set up. And
whatever she's doing, she's not looking at him, and she should. He's got a mask on or something, and she won't look for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate this.
But you keep watching.
Yeah.
You're like, I hate it. You know what I hate, Gnarly? Let me go on a quick rant here.
Yeah.
I am dead serious. I freaking hate this. You know how they have during these conference championship games?
Yeah.
The Dr. Pepper toss.
Oh, the university.
The tuition.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great. Kids are getting money for tuition. That's fine.
Right.
Winner gets $100,000. Loser gets $25K. It's really good. But they have this huge Dr. Pepper, like, inflatable bottle, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like a can.
Throw the
and
ball
you
through
throw the ball through the hole in the can. But the problem is, Gnarly, and this is what sends me into a blind rage. You think you were upset in your high school football days when you chucked your helmet.
Right,
You got nothing on me. When I see these lowlives from 5 yards away throw a football like it's a chest pass in basketball, I lose my mind. Lose it. You got to throw a football like a football over it. We got to set it back 10 yards away so you can't do the basketball chest pass. I feel like if you do that, you should owe Dr. Pepper $100,000.
I see where you're coming from, but Mahomes is changing that. Mahomes has made it. You can throw a football any way you want. You can hacky sack that thing. I don't know. Mahomes will be like looking over here, and it comes over the top, and he hits it with his shoulder and goes in. I mean,
here's what I would like to see, because this is in college, right?
Okay.
If you want to go like you're playing for Navy or Army, and you want to go option, fine.
Right.
Okay, I'll let you.
I like that.
Do the one-handed, option like you're throwing it to a running back. That's fine. If you want to option it 5 yards away through the inflatable can, fine. No basketball chest pass. No two-handed passing through the inflated can.
What if we did this? You could have the two-handed pass, but you must wear your mascot's head while you do it.
That's right. Fine. Okay. I'll meet you in the middle. If you want to do that, okay. Right. But there's
not a free shot. Not a free shot.
Yeah, you're going to be hampered a little bit by this huge head you got to wear. That's pretty good. You incentivize throwing it like a forward pass.
We really want you to throw like a football,
Yeah.
Well, so my brother, Fresno State Bulldog game 2 years ago, my brother went to Acura, the dealership, and he got picked to attempt a 20-yard field goal at Bulldog Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was actually from the 10-yard line, but it's 20 with the thing, right? My brother kicked field goals in high school, and I told him, I go, dude, you can't just kick that field goal. No one cares. If you make that, nobody cares. Now, I know you could drop kick it. If you drop kick it, now you're a man.
Yeah.
And we had this whole thing planned, and I'll send you the video. It's actually on YouTube. I'll put it on our thing, but so he gets the tee, and I said, just exactly. He lifts it up and just throws it away. So that everybody knows what's going on. Because otherwise I wouldn't know what's going on. Even the announcer goes, hey, he just throw the tee away. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. He's going to attempt a drop kick.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, bam, made it, right?
Oh, that's
the place
beautiful.
Goes crazy. Well, we had a plan. We were going to chest bump, right? We're going to chest bump. He came in hot.
Oh, no.
Concussion. He hit me so hard, back of my head hit the ground before. Like, it wasn't too bad. It was between the first and second quarter. I should have laid there. Because then the Nationals would have to talk about it. But I got up and acted like it didn't hurt, but my head hurt for like a week. It was like,
oh, no.
And I got it. Kevin Sweeney was there. I just had him in the studio the week before. He sent me a text. First thing I see, stay on your feet. And I was like, so everybody saw it. But it was one of those stupid things between quarters. But I do like the idea of
awesome. I didn't know about the concussion. That's unfortunate.
Well, it wasn't. There was no protocol at that time. So
yeah, that's good.
There was no
they
protocol.
didn't even have like the spotter that witnessed you sort of stumbling and said, "Get him off the field. Let's get him checked out."
If it would have happened now, after I thought about it, I would have just laid there until the ambulance rolled out.
Right.
And then just be like, "I'm cool." It would have brought more joy to everyone, I think. So
I think you would have gotten workers' comp also.
I think you're right, too. I think you're right.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, no, we are on a roll. We are playing the Rams this week. If we can accomplish the goal that we set, the 4-game win streak going into New England is going to help us. We're not talking about New England yet because we are concentrating on the Rams, right?
One game at a time, Gnarly.
One game at a time.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the mantra for the Raiders right now. Let's just stack wins. That's what I want to see. I want to see stack wins, forearm tattoos all over the place with a Raiders logo on it. Stack wins. That's it. It's a game
I want to
plan
see
there.
I want to see Ramsey get in the paper and just talk crap. That would be great. And the fact that Ramsey's name is Ramsey and he plays for the Rams, that is kind of cool, actually. I think that's like
you need to find, like, Raider Nation did their due diligence finding the hat that Keenan Allen
Ramsey in a Raider hat.
Got to be some Jalen Ramsey, right? Like I don't know if John Wolford, the backup quarterback's going to be behind center. Someone had to be rocking Raider colors when they were a teenager. Go out and find it.
Aaron Donald's out, Cooper Kupp's out, but that doesn't matter. It's still professional league. Find that and help the team. Do your part, right?
Yes. Photoshop it. Let's make it up if we have to.
But do a good job, not a crappy one. Come on, man. Hey, I'm going to leave you with this really cool Christmas joke, okay? What did the snowman say to the other snowman as they looked over the valley on the mountain?
I don't know. What did he say?
He said, "Do you smell carrots?" We will see you next week with another win. Inside the Patch Special Edition, Thursday at 1 o'clock right here on ESPN. It takes a second. You'll get it. All right. Brian, no, I love you, man. Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Love you too, Gnarly. Good stuff, bud. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.